Hi, boys and girls. This is Ms. Kathy. I'm so happy you've joined me today for another story just for you. Have you ever been asked to be in a wedding? Maybe someone wanted you to be a junior bridesmaid or an usher. Maybe they wanted you to light the candles or spread flower petals. If you have, you know how crazy the wedding planning and rehearsals can be. That's what Maria finds out in this Shoebox Kids mystery. This time, Maria has a real problem. She's excited about being in her aunt's wedding, but everything is going wrong. Should she refuse to be a junior bridesmaid? Can you figure out what happened to Maria's missing dress before she does? Chapter 7. Wedding Dress Disaster. Everyone stared in the direction Maria was pointing. Maria had been looking at Mrs. Wallace, but suddenly she noticed that she could also see the table where she had left her dress, and she could see that the dress wasn't there. "My dress!" Maria cried. Mrs. Wallace had whirled around, expecting to see her cake horribly mangled or falling over, or some child grabbing a chunk of it and trying to shove it into his mouth. When she saw that the cake was okay, she dropped onto a chair and started to fan herself. She didn't hear anything about the dress. "Sorry, Mrs. Wallace," Maria apologized as she grabbed Jenny by the sleeve and dragged her over to the table. "My dress was right here, but now it's gone." "Maybe your mom has got it," Jenny suggested. Maria smiled and relaxed. "Yeah, Mom's probably got it." After a quick glance around the multipurpose room, she located her mom and hurried over. "Did you find a hanger for my dress and hang it up?" "No, I haven't looked for a hanger yet," Mrs. Vargas said. "I'm going to be decorating these tables for a while, too. Could you go ask for a hanger?" "But, Mom, I can't." "Sure you can, Maria," her mom said without looking at her. She was trying to fix a centerpiece so the flowers wouldn't all droop to one side. Maria wanted to shout, but she remembered what had happened to Jenny's mother a few minutes earlier, and she didn't want to scare anyone else. "Jenny and I will just hunt for the dress ourselves," Maria thought. She turned to Jenny. "Mom thinks my dress is where I left it, but I left it right over there on the table, and it's not there now. Someone must have stolen it." Jenny frowned. Maybe someone just moved it out of the way so it wouldn't get dirty. Maybe someone hung it up. Maria realized Jenny made sense, especially since they were in a church, and people don't usually steal when they're in a church. But somebody must have taken it. "Let's go over and investigate," she said, leading Jenny back to the table. "It was lying right here, and some guy's diaper bag was right beside it." Jenny giggled. "Some guy's diaper bag? Don't you mean some baby's diaper bag? At least the stuff inside must belong to a baby." "Well, some guy was holding a baby," Maria replied. "It probably belonged to them, but I don't see him anywhere, and the diaper bag is gone too." Jenny finally realized what Maria was saying. Maybe the mysterious man stole the dress. "Do you think he could have put it in the diaper bag so no one would see him take off with it?" Jenny's eyes had grown as round and big as saucers. They both stood and stared for a moment, trying to decide what to do next. "We can't just find him and steal the bag back," Maria said. "We'll have to find my dad or Pastor Hill. Come on, let's go." They had only gone 3 steps when Jenny grabbed Maria's arm. "What if it was Chris?" she asked. "I saw him over here when I was holding the door for my mom. He could have taken it as a joke." Maria didn't know what to say exactly. Chris probably had taken the dress. It would be just like him, just as bad as the joke he played last night. "I guess you're right. Let's go find him." Maria and Jenny checked the lobby and the hallways, but Chris wasn't there. Next, they walked out to the gym to see if he was shooting baskets, but there were only 2 younger kids playing in the gym. "He's probably outside," Jenny said. Maria opened a door and went outside. The parking lot was filling up with cars, and Maria suddenly thought of something. "I don't have much time before I have to change. We have to find my dress." Maria and Jenny walked around the church until they were back at the front door, but Chris seemed to have disappeared. "Isn't that Sammy's uncle's car over there?" Jenny pointed out. Maria smiled. "Yeah, Chris said Locke was taking the wedding pictures. Maybe Chris is with Sammy." "Maybe?" "I'm sure he is if Sammy's here. They probably planned taking the dress together, and now they're hiding out somewhere so we can't find them. Or worse, they're probably watching us hunt for them this very minute. Sometimes boys are such brats." Maria looked at Jenny and laughed. "I was just thinking the same thing last night when Chris tricked me into turning my head even though I had a stiff neck." Yo-Yo was standing in the lobby with her pink suitcase and Liberty when Maria and Jenny went back inside. "Hi, Yo-Yo," Jenny said. "Hi, Yo-Yo," Maria said. Jenny knelt down in front of Yo-Yo. She looked at Yo-Yo's doll. "She is a very pretty doll. What's her name?" "Liberty," Yo-Yo answered. "Do you have clothes for Liberty in the suitcase? Can I look at them?" No, I just changed her for the wedding. Liberty doesn't want to be changed again, Yo-Yo said. But I just wanted to look at her clothes. Maybe I have some doll clothes at home that will fit Liberty. If they're the same size, I could give them to you, Jenny said. Yo-Yo thought the offer over. She held Liberty close to her ear so she could hear what her doll had to say. I'm sorry, Jenny, Yo-Yo said in as big a voice as she could, but Liberty says she doesn't want to wear old clothes. But they wouldn't be old clothes to her, Jenny tried to explain. Yo-Yo shrugged and picked up her little pink suitcase. We have to go sit down now. Maria was getting impatient. Come on, Jenny. If we don't find my dress, it's going to be a disaster. The wedding plans will be all upset, and I won't be able to be a junior bridesmaid after all. They walked past Yo-Yo and went into the sanctuary. Yo-Yo stopped walking. I thought you didn't want to wear the dress, Maria, she said. But Maria and Jenny had already gone.
The story you have heard today is a chapter of the Shoebox Kids, Book 6, The Wedding Dress Disaster, written by Eric Stoffel, edited and created by Jerry D. Thomas, and used with permission from the Pacific Press Publishing Association. If you're interested in any other books published by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, please visit AdventistBookCenter.com or call 1-800-765-6955.
This podcast is a production of the Carolina Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.